Hey everybody, it's Susan with Pumpkin Hill Stampers. So I have a I don't want to say difficult card. It's not a difficult card. This is going to be card number 5 for our bundle to go. But I thought I would show you how I prepped the kit because it was a little bit different. And I thought I'm going to do a picture tutorial in your packet, but I thought maybe I should do a video tutorial too. So here's the card. Okay, it's called a diagonal fold. So you see how it opens up and it's got 2 diagonal doors. Okay, but to prep this paper you have to work on diagonals. So I'm going to show you how I prepped the paper. Okay, first I'm going to show you how I prepped the card base. Yeah, so starting with 8.5 by 11. Okay, and I've got my Simply Scored. So I put this on and I put a marker at 4 1/4. Okay, and I'm just going to score at 4 1/4. So halfway. Then I'm going to turn it, and this time I'm going to score at 5 1/2. Pretty easy so far, right? Okay, now I'm going to put that to the side, and I'll show you how I do the diagonal one. Now this is what I found to be easiest because none of my paper cutters or scoring tools will allow me to score on a diagonal the full length here. So this was my fix. This is how I did it. Okay, so I have my scrap map, which you know has the grid on it. Okay, and I'm using this center line grid as a guide. So I'm putting one tip of my paper here, and then I'm positioning the other tip on the other side. So that's the center line of my grid paper. Okay. Now if you have trouble with it shifting, you can put some washi tape down to hold it in place. Okay, actually I'm going to do that because, you know, when I make the video, that's exactly when it will happen. So I'm just going to put a piece of washi tape there, and another one here. Okay, so that should keep it in place. So I've got that on my thing. Then I have some piece of scrap cardstock. This was actually 12 by 12 cardstock. This is about 1 inch wide. And I made myself just a straight edge. So I just snelled 2 pieces together. Now you might have a long measuring tool that you can use, okay? But if you don't, make your own. So I have just my long straight edge of cardstock. So I'm just going to position this now on top of that, and I'm lining that up with that center line. Okay, now I have to now score that diagonal. So you don't want it over the center line, you just want it right up to the center line. Alright, now I'm bringing in my stylus. If you don't have a stylus, you can use your bone folder. Now you just want to work slowly and score the diagonal. Okay, cut the dogs barking out of the video. Now let's continue. So I've got my straight edge down and I'm ready to score. So I'm just going to score starting in the corner, and I'm just going to pull along that straight edge. Just move my hand down to hold it secure. There. So now I've got that diagonal edge. Okay. Next thing you now need to do is you need to cut along that diagonal edge with your paper snips. Okay, so let me do that. Make sure you can see that score line. If you do better, you can always run a pencil line along that score edge too, if it helps you see the line. I'm using the reflection of my lamp to see it. Yay, made it to the corner. Okay, so as you can see, we've got two sections now. Now, you can choose to have your card open to the left and up. Okay, so you just fold those flaps in. Okay, that can be left and up. Or you can flip it over and choose to have your card open to the right and up. Okay, those are your options. Okay. So we're actually going to do the one that opens to the left and up. So I'm just going to reverse this. So we have two the same. All right. So there's the card base. Now we need to cut our designer series paper. So I've pre-cut the paper to 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to put, I had to get my paper trimmer out because I need that scoring cutting line in there to help me line this up. My big paper cutter I couldn't see. So I'm just going to slide this in. Now I actually want to tip it this way. Now here's the difference. So see, I need a triangle that comes down like this. If I put it in this way, I hope you can envision this. If I put it in this way and I cut along that edge, let's have an imaginary cut there. I've got this triangle here. This triangle, geometry, I know, this triangle isn't going to fit either of these. Okay, no matter how I turn the card, I won't be able to fit it in there. So if you want this to be what you see, you have to tip it this way. Okay, and I'm going to show you. So I tip this way. I'm going to call that a right hand tip. I'm going to just put my cardstock so it's in that groove. So when I run my blade down, it's going to cut it diagonal to diagonal. Okay, press down on your guide so it stays put. And I've got two pieces. So now I can have one piece on this section of card, and I can have one piece on this section of card. Okay? But we're actually going to cut two different pieces of paper and put them together. So I'm going to repeat the same thing. Remember, right hand tilt. And line that up on your grid. So I'm going to cut corner to corner on my guide. I'm pressing down on my guide so that my paper stays put. Okay, so now I have two more. And so now I can take this one off and put this one here, or I can flip them around and put them that way. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, good. Now if you were to decide to, so this is if you have a left hand card. So we did a right hand tilt for a left hand open card. If you turn it around and make it a right hand open card, then the way we cut the paper, look, it's not going to work. Okay? But what you can do is you can flip the paper over and it will work. So if you want a right hand card, you can either tip your paper to the left when you're cutting it or put it face down. Right hand tilt, but face down for the side you want to see. Okay? So it's a little confusing. You have to think a little geometrically. I know you guys always probably cringe when I talk about math, but that's why I'm showing you, and I'll put it in the video tutorial, and I'll put it in the picture tutorial, but I wanted to show you how I prepped the pieces for this kit. So that's going to be one video. The second video I'll do is actually take the kit and put it all together for you. Okay, so I hope that helps. And I hope you like this card, because after I figured it out mentally and I watched a video of somebody else making it, and I've made a few now, the first one I thought, oh, this is way too much work. I don't want to do this. And then now that I've made 3 or 4 kits as I'm prepping these for you guys, practice is a good thing, and I'm getting better at it. So, and I'm getting faster at it. So now it's not so bad. So it is kind of a really cute card when it's all said and done. Okay? So, alright, ta-ta for now, and move on to the next video when you're ready to make your card kit. Thanks everybody. Bye.